on here, but yeah, no, there is no excuse for it. I'm not gonna lie, I have no excuse other than just zero motivation to make any videos on this channel. We're just gonna move on, just start anew. So today we're gonna switch things up a little bit and I'm gonna make a cake. Actually, I'm making 2 cakes. I'm not gonna actually talk during the video just because I tend to not do so well talking to a camera and doing things. So, voiceover time. But first, let's get some mood music.
Okay, so I already have the cake mix in the bowl just because the video kind of stopped working. But here we're adding Jell-O because that's the flavoring. I don't know how it works, but it works. Also, you want to make sure you have everything out that you need before you start doing this. And then add the liquids, which here I'm just adding canola oil. It also calls for water, just in case you didn't know. And mixing. Mixing is fun, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend what I'm doing here. Yeah, this was kind of making a mess. You can use it if you're a bit more skilled with a mixer than I am. But yeah, I just kind of went and used a whisk with the other cake batter. Mixing, mixing, mixing. Oh, what a night. That's not the words. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to set your oven because I didn't do that. I'm throwing this in here now for you, so you know. And now, separating the egg whites. I don't really understand this part, but yeah. Basically, you can't really see it probably too well, but what you do is you just break the egg in half and then go back and forth between the 2 halves of the shell with the yolk and just let the gooey, clear stuff fall into the bowl. And then you dispose of the rest of it, because unless you're using the yolks for something else, then put the yolks in another bowl. But I had no use for them. So, yeah. I totally didn't waste like 3 eggs doing that. And then you mix them. Mixing is fun. I really, really hate this mixer. It's like there either is no power or too much power. And there is no in between. And I was worried I was gonna get egg all over the place. That would really suck. A lot. Okay, now we fold the egg whites into the batter, which I was not expecting to take as long as it did, just because I guess I'm not using probably the correct utensil. That's the story of my life. Yeah, it would probably be easier to use a spatula. Just saying. But mixing. I only didn't use the mixer on this just because I had to use it to make the other egg whites for the other batter, so yeah. And then you spray that pan, but you also want to put flour in it. I didn't do that. I didn't know until this morning when my mom told me. So, yeah. So, make sure all the goopy goop gets in there. I just call the cake batter goopy goop. I'm weird. Make sure all of it gets in there. You want all the cake batter you can get so your cake is full and you're not skimping out. And don't do that. There's raw eggs. Don't do that.
My number 1 tip to cooking anything is you gotta put it in the oven, you gotta wait for it. Do dishes. Seriously, don't just stand around doing nothing. Do the dishes you've already made. Because guess what? You don't do it now, you're gonna have to do it after. And and no one wants to do dishes, but everyone has to, so just do it.
Once your oven's ready and you're ready to put the cakes in, grab oven mitts. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm an idiot. I'm surprised I didn't burn myself. So use oven mitts, guys. Don't get third-degree burns.
Now, dishes are done, cakes in the oven. Now it's time to just chill out and party or something. I don't know.
Ideas of what to do while you're waiting for your cake. You can check Facebook and sing very poorly to Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, like I am here. You can check on the cake multiple times and walk around doing random stuff. You can drink orange juice from a mug that I'm holding backwards. You can also dance where you're not actually dancing to the song that's playing. Yeah, I kinda got a little sick of listening to the Four Seasons, but yeah. Let's not talk about what I am listening to, because I'm not proud of it. Also, I put my hair in a braid because it was really hot. Ovens are hot, guys. And they make your house hot. And now frosting time. Can't even see what I was showing you. So, my cake wasn't actually 100% done. So, having frosting coming out of the fridge, yeah, it was kind of pulling at the cake a little bit. So, if you've got that, just throw it in the microwave for a couple seconds. I think I put it in for like 16 seconds or something. And look at that smoothness, except it's still pulling the cake. And so yeah, I don't know how much I can explain about this. Just cover the cake and try to make it look smooth and even. There's not much to explain to frosting a cake. And there's no shame in eating frosting while you're frosting the cake, so go right for it. So pretty mama, who's gonna help you make it? Who loves you, pretty baby? Oh, wrong part. Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you, love you? Who's gonna love you? I'm sorry, that's not the last time I'm gonna sing for you guys during this video. I'm sorry if I really suck. But you know, I'm just watching myself frost a cake. Tip: frost your cake on something that spins, like a Lazy Susan if you have one, or if you've got like a cake platter that's like an elevated cake platter, do it on that, because it's really hard to see the other side. I was having difficulty seeing the side that's facing you guys and not me. So, yeah. Oh, I also ran out of frosting. Make sure you buy enough frosting, because I did not. And here we are, still frosting the cake. Frosting the cake. Baby, baby, come to me. Baby, you'll see. That's your pretty mama. Who's gonna help you make it? Who's gonna love you, love you?
Take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to eat. I wanna promise you so much. At long last, cake has arrived, and I am singing a weird song. I'm just so weird to be true. Can't stop this cake from tasting good. I I am totally not high. I'm just seriously this weird. I'm just gonna sing this rendition of the Frankie Valli song. Actually, it's under Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons as well. Don't know why that is when Frankie's the only original member on the song. I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. You, baby, trust in me when I say.
And now it's time for the decor, which I have no idea how to use this thing. I've probably used this contraption like one other time in my life for something other than eating out of it. But it's probably not a good idea to eat out of these things because they are like aerosol cans kind of, so I wouldn't doubt it if I got a little bit of a buzz from it. Not gonna lie. It's not like I was trying to though, guys. I was probably like 10 and I was probably the most ignorant 10-year-old in the world who had no idea what any drugs were or anything. Wow, this went on a weird topic. So it says D&D because, well, we're playing D&D while eating this cake, so yeah. Nerds.
If you enjoyed this, you can click on the cake and you can subscribe to our channel. If you want to click over here, you can go check out my newest video on my channel, which is a review of Jersey Boys. The movie, not the musical. Well, the movie is a musical. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. And they're all at SukaiAkariPan. I'll link it all down below, and if you want, you can follow Katie and Katie on Twitter, Tumblr, and actually, that's it. I have everything. Goodbye! Oh my god, that's going in at the end.